Thanks so much. Tens of thousands of Texas children in foster care will face additional barriers as they grow up. For example, state data show that only 62% of kids in Texas foster care graduate from high school. Plus, they may face disproportionately higher rates of unemployment, housing instability, and incarceration than those of their peers. It's why Upbring, a Texas-based nonprofit, is dedicated to advancing the well-being of kids in our state and breaking the cycle of child abuse. Each year, it serves more than 14,000 kids through foster care, adoption, emergency shelters, and so much more. But it's now asking for your help to keep its work going. So joining us now to talk about an upcoming fundraiser and gala and more about the mission is Sandy Wikelius and Nancy Aranda. Both of you, welcome to the show, and thanks so much for joining us here today.
Thank you for having us.
It's very nice to see all of you, but I just want to hear first about this gala. Pretty exciting for you all. What can people expect?
Well, it's a lot of fun. That's what they can expect. It's a lot of fun of gathering the Austin community to help children and their families.
And remind people when that's going to be.
It is going to be Saturday, February 7th, which is coming up this Saturday, starting at 6 o'clock at the Austin's Renaissance Hotel. And our theme this year is Mardi Gras.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Okay, so the proceeds from this will, of course, help fund the work that Upbring does here in the state. And talk about what kinds of programs and services are offered.
Yeah, for sure. So Upbring, basically, we are one of the largest as well as one of the most trusted child serving agencies here in the state of Texas. We have roots that actually go back all the way to the 1860s. So we've been doing this for a very long time.
A very long time indeed.
Yeah, and basically the work that we do, we walk alongside children who have experienced, trauma, abuse, and neglect. And so in addition to that, we also work with foster homes who have generously opened their homes and as well as their hearts to help provide these children with stability, safe, normalcy, and as well just hope during a time where I do feel like it's very turbulent and they may not understand.
Yeah.
So our programs include the Foster in Texas, that's where we focus on when children get removed, they get placed into foster homes. We also have our Be Real program and our New Life program located in Canyon Lake, and so that one is for opportunity for children who are between ages 14 and up, and basically it's a more intensive care facility that helps them just essentially with extracurricular activities, access to therapy services, and as well just giving them that sort of chance at life that perhaps they did not have to begin with.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a very broad range of things to be able to help with. And Nancy, I want to ask you about, you are a training specialist for Foster in Texas program. So how many people are involved with that, and how many kids do you all help?
Honestly, I couldn't give you a number. It's thousands. And for example, me as a training specialist, honestly, we are a small team and we do handle all 13 offices in the state of Texas. So we take care of ensuring that foster parents complete their trainings and that they're in compliance with the state. And the minimum standards is what we go based off. So what we do is essentially ensuring that parents have trauma-informed care and handling these basically problems that children come with that even us ourselves as adults may not be completely versed in understanding. So we do try and teach parents new approaches from what they perhaps grew up with. That way they're able to better handle these intense emotions that children come with, and that way we also achieve permanency with these children, either if it's through unification efforts or even adoption. So all of that is what encompasses it.
I mean, just to be able to hear all of that, to help out with this gala and this fundraiser, why is that so important?
I can't think of a better investment than to invest in children and their families.
Yeah.
And if you are interested in going to the gala, there are still some tickets and sponsorships available. Just go to upbring.org/event and you can find some more information about that.
Pretty easy then.
Yes, and we will be having so much fun. There will be a silent auction, there will be a live auction, there's good food, there's lots of people celebrating, having a good time, there will be dancing. So we would encourage anybody who would like to join us.
Is there a certain goal of how much money you're hoping to raise through this?
As much as we can.
Okay, leave it at that. It's plain and simple. Well, Sandy and Nancy, thank you both so much again, and good luck this weekend with the gala, and hope that you all raise a lot of good money for this organization.
Thank you so very much.
We appreciate it.